Hello, my name is Catherine Chacon, and today I will talk about the present approach. The first is the communicative language teaching, and in this method, the classroom goals are focused on all the components grammatical, discourse, functional, sociolinguistic, and strategic of communicative competence. Language techniques are designed to engage learners in the pragmatic, authentic, functional use of language for meaningful purposes. Fluency and accuracy are seen as complementary principles underlying communicative techniques. Students should be able to express their opinions and share their ideas and feelings. Learn to communicate by communication. Focus in fluency. The second one is the learning center instruction. And in this method, the teacher role is minimal. The students have the responsibility to learn. In this approach, is an inverting the traditional teacher-centered teaching. You understanding of the learning process and putting students at the center of the learning process. And techniques that focuses on or account the learner's needs, styles, and goals. Techniques to have techniques to that give some control to the student, group work or strategic training. Curricula that include the consultation and input of students and that do not presuppose objectives in advance. Techniques that allow for the student creativity and innovation. The third is the cooperative learning and the collaborative learning. And here we can see some difference in the characteristics of each one. In the cooperative learning, the structure of interaction. In the collaborative learning, philosophy of interaction. In cooperative learning, designing to facilitate. In collaborative is about personal lifestyle. Cooperative, product or goal. Collaborative, respect peers. Cooperative, people working in groups. Collaborative, responsible for actions. Cooperative, teacher gives the activity. Collaborative, teacher may or not be present. So the evaluation is in the students. And in the cooperative, the evaluation is evaluate for the teacher, not for the students. And in the cooperative is more to old people, and the collaborative is more to young people. In the structure of cooperative is formal and directive is compulsory. In the collaborative, the structure is informal and flexible. Now, the interactive learning. In the interactive learning, the classes will most likely be found. First, doing a significant amount of pair work and group work. 2. Receiving authentic language input in real work context. The context is really important in an interactive class. Third, producing language for genuine, meaningful communication. 4. Performing classroom tasks that prepare them for actual language use out there. 5. Writing to and for real audiences. Now, world language education. Here we can see a quote, and it says, Edelskis says, "It is an educational way of life. It helps people to build meaningful connections between everyday learning and school learning." So, the world language is a label that has been used to describe cooperative learning, participatory learning, student-centered learning, focus on the community of learners, focus on the social nature of language, meaning-centered language, holistic assessment techniques in testing. Other approach is content-based learning. And here we can see other quote. This is Brinton, Snow, and Wesch. And they say, the integration of content learning with language teaching aims. More specifically, it refers to the concurrent study of language and subject matter, with the foreign sequence of language presentation dictated by content material. So, the content-based is about teach the foreign language to teach the contents like math, business, philosophy, psychology. So, when language becomes the medium to convey informational content of interest and relevance to the learner, then learners are pointed toward matters of intrinsic concern. It based in meaningful activities. Now, task-based instruction. In this, we can use the pre-task, task preparation, during task, and post-task. This is like a stage in this approach. And in some cases, task and technique may be synonymous. A role-play task is the same that a technique in some case, but in our case, a text may be comprised of several techniques too. For example, a problem-solving task includes grammatical explanation, teacher-initiated questions, and other activities. In this approach, the meaning is primary. There is some sort of relationship to comparable real-world activities. Task completion has some priority. The assessment of the task in terms of outcome. Now, and to finish, the lexical approach. This method, some authors say, that is the way to learn foreign language efficiently. And some principles of this approach is, first, much of grammar is actually lexis. Lexis is like vocabulary. So much grammar is actually words, and learn a series of words, and after the grammatical becomes. Second, learn words combinations, and patterns. Third, learners need real language, functional language, more words, speaking practice, writing practice. And in this approach is really important that you practice. There is no magic. Is only practice and take the time to practice. Thank you.